Hi guys, we're gonna do this quick thrift haul. There's a lot. I have some really sweet friends. One, when she goes to the thrift store and she sees something I might like, she grabs it. And another friend, she just thought of me while she was destashing some stuff. So I got quite a bit, and I know I'm trying to clean out my inventory, but this is some good stuff. There's always room for more, right? We're gonna start out with this wood corbels. Yes, please. I think these are going to be perfect in chippy flour sack or antique ironstone Sweet Pickins milk paint. And they're mine. They're not going anywhere. Don't think you're finding these anywhere, guys. Oh. Then she had this bedpost, like white chippy milk paint. It has a hole there. It's okay. You can fill that or just leave it or display it this way. But yes, please. I'm just gonna display this in the house. This one's also mine. She picked up this milk can. It has a design on the front, but then she showed me a crock that she had gotten, and it had a number on it with a little, I think they call it a motif. And I'm like, oh, that would be perfect on here. So we're gonna paint this up and we're gonna put that number stamp on here with a little motif, and it's gonna be pretty. But you also have that design on the other side. She had found this bird. He's really sweet as is, but I think like he could be painted and to be so much better. And he's big. He's a big bird, but he's got some full rust on him, so some texture. We're gonna give him another paint finish that's gonna make him even better. She had thrifted these jars a while ago. They're milk glass. And she gave me some. I have them in my house. Right now they have, I brought my geraniums in, so I clipped off all the flowers and I put my geranium flowers in them. So these three, I don't know. Will they be on my website? They might be. Check the website. They do come with a little plastic cap. However, I don't even know where that plastic cap is for mine because I use them as a vase. This little bird, he is sitting on some holly, but he's so chipped off. And he is a salt shaker. I didn't Google him yet. I don't know if he's old or if he's just worn, but he just stole my heart. So I'm not sure if I'll paint him or not, but I will list him on the website. We all know people like their cardinals, and this one was a good one. It was not chipped or broken anywhere, and it's got some holly here. And look at that cardinal. I'll list him on the website. A big, chunky candle holder. This one I did purchase myself. I don't remember if I got those myself or not. I think I did. But this one I paid 69 cents for. It's this big, chunky candlestick. Like, does anybody else think when they see something and it's like, oh, in that Sweet Pickins milk paint, that would be so good? So that's what I have in mind for this, some Sweet Pickins milk paint. What color is the next question? All right, so besides this vintage Tupperware container, like, oh my gosh, that is old. 27 cents for this. But what was inside was what I purchased it for. It is full of gold bulb ornaments. These are perfect to put into a glass jar and just have displayed in a glass jar or stick them into a floral arrangement. But they're the prettiest gold. And they were in a vintage Tupperware container and they were 27 cents. My girlfriend knows that I'm always looking for signs. This is a gallery sign and we'll fill that in and maybe put some houses on there. A tray. I do like the wood handles. They do make a really fun, when you color them, when you paint them a different color. And then this is vinyl in here, so I'll have to take a razor blade and a heat gun and really get that off of there. But this tray can be flipped into something really, really pretty. A chopping block, a chopping board, a pizza board, charcuterie board, what do you want to call it? But it's got a good shape to it. A lot of people decorate with the cutting boards in between their cabinets. And so this one, I don't remember what she had me pay for it, but it's got good bones. A brown amber bottle. I love amber bottles. I have them in my house right now. I have them out on display because it is fall. And they look so pretty when the sunlight shines. And I don't know, like putting one of those gold transfers on here from the Figgy and Flourish transfer set that IOD just came out with. Maybe we should try that. And this wood box. Oh, it is so good. It's solid wood. Be really good as a riser. It's really good to use as a shelf for in my booth. And that's what I think I'm going to use it for. Milk paint, screaming milk paint at me. But then I don't know if I can get Wilson to put a shelf in here or not, or just leave it as is. And then use it as a riser in the booth space. The other girlfriend found me some stuff in her stash. She had these houses, and I have a project for them right now. This will be a really fun project. I'm excited. Then she also had this tote that I think I paid like $3.50 for it, but it's a really good size tote. Not so crazy about the blue and the lettering on there. We'll change that out, but these always work really well. Also, to use as a riser, you can put them this way, put product in here, put something up on the top there. They look really good. Or you can put them in your booth this way, put some stuff in there in your home, whichever. So this will get a makeover and that'll go into the store. And then the other girlfriend had one for me too. So I have two tote crates. And this one is stained wood. It screams milk paint to me. And it's got this fun little handle on it. It's very, very good construction. The two of them make a really great pair. I love it. She also had a canister set. So this, oh, pardon me, that must be the front of it. It has like a panel on it, like right there. You can see that panel. This one's a little smaller, so it's not quite so heavy. So it's got like a panel on there where the other sides are just flat. So this must be the front. You could put the name of whatever is in here on there and paint these lids. There are 3 of them. So do I paint them up for Christmas? Yes. Christmas canisters. It would be kind of fun. There are 3 of them. Here's the other one. I found an oven-proof Japan butter dish. I'll list this on my website. It was 48 cents and it is stoneware. It's very heavy. It's oven-proof. It was made in Japan. It's perfect for your butter. Does anybody else put their butter in a dish like this? Mine already has one like this, so I don't need another. And in case you don't like that one, I found 2 other ones. These are also cute little trays for your crackers or candy, nuts, whatever appetizers you serve at Christmas time, even some cheese. At 38 cents for these. They're solid white. They have no marking on the back side, but I love white dishes. I so love white dishes. And they're heavy. They have no stamping, but I don't know. They're heavy. They're stoneware of some sort. And then this tin. So I got the tin thinking that I was going to paint it, cover that up. It's a big shape. I don't know. I can't bring myself to do it. I think somebody might want this Currier and Ives tin. So I'm gonna list it first as is, see if anybody wants it. If nobody wants it, then it's getting a makeover. But it's very, very pretty. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think it was like $1.98. It's really good. So this stoneware, it was 29 cents. It has no marking on it, but this stoneware dish has the scalloped edges and it's kind of that tan crackery color. It's very pretty. It would look gorgeous in someone's curio cabinet, maybe even my own. I found a Santa mug. He might be solid green, but I found a Santa mug. And he was 29 cents. He's going to get a good makeover. I found two like this last year. One was red, one was pink, and I half started them and I just finished them. Check out the next video next week and I'll show you how I made him over. He goes, this one's a little bit more detailed, but he's so good. A jar of baubles, Christmas baubles. Really, what I wanted was these. I think them in a jar are pretty darn sweet. So I'm probably gonna sell this jar as is. I like them. They look so pretty. Maybe I'm keeping them. I can't keep everything, can I? All right, another canister set. I don't know why I got these. Someone really tried to have a good paint finish on them. It did not work. They were 99 cents a piece. I don't know. Let's make these over. Let's make them pretty again. One says keep and the other one says prep. I don't understand it, but whatever. And last, we have another cutting board. I liked the shape of this handle. It is the rectangle look. Like I said, people like to put these onto their cabinets. And using the Sweet Pickins dark oil wax on raw wood is beautiful. So we might just leave this raw and make it over and put nothing on it. What do you think?
We're going to start out today's project with this sign board. It's a board that's on a spindle and I found it at the thrift store. I painted it a more solid white. And then I went in and I took some colors and splattered it. This technique was something that I fell upon and I didn't even realize that it was going to happen. So I then took some yellow and I splattered right along with the green. And then I followed up with some red. I normally don't like to splatter red, but in this case it's going to work perfectly. So I splattered those colors as well. Now here's where this was an accident. And I took my snowy trees. This is my rice paper and it's like see-through. So now those colors in the back, you're going to see them through the white tree. and make it look like it has lights. I use this heavy gel matte medium that I got off of Amazon, and it makes your paper stick really, really well. I don't usually decoupage without it. And it's also, you can also remove and make sure that you get your paper on there straight. I want to make sure my Christmas tree is straight up and down. And what I mix it with the DIY's liquid patina, because this heavy gel matte medium is very, very thick. So it kind of gives you a more in-between consistency between the two of them. And then I just go ahead and adhere that down, and you're going to see that you can see those colored dots right through that Christmas tree. After it thoroughly dries, I go in with my finger sander that I also found on Amazon and go and clean off the edges. And this gives it a nice finished look on all four sides. I then make sure that I protect it with a coat of liquid patina and the heavy gel matte medium, just to make sure everything stays put and stays exactly where it should be. Now for the top, there was this bar sticking out of the top, so I mixed up some amazing resin. This is the 10-minute resin. I equal parts of part 1 and part 2, and I poured it into this snowflake mold. This is one of the old IOD Christmas releases. I no longer have this mold, but you can see that I molded 2 different sizes just to see which one was going to work best, and it's the smaller one. So I then molded 2 of them and put them on top. Now this project is complete. I wish I would have before pictures for you. For some reason, I deleted them. Anyway, this jar and this base were glued together, and I did show it on one of my previous thrift hauls that I got, and this was quite the mess. I have no idea what kind of glue they used, but let me tell you, it held well. And I had to clean and clean and clean to clean this glue up with my heat gun, with Dawn dish soap, and I finally got it all cleaned up. I'm using the Antique Ironstone Sweet Pickens milk paint and equal parts water to the powder. I always pour the powder into the water, and then I just painted this on. It is covering very, very well, but I still do give this candle base 2 coats. You can see I did get some chipping to happen from the milk paint on this candle holder, and I just took my finger sander and I distressed some of the edges, bringing out some of the details. Now we're going to use my favorite Partridge Lane transfer from IOD. This is the new release. It is available on my website. There is a seam on this jar, and that was one of the things that I didn't like when it was glued together, is they glued the seam right in the center. So I made sure that that was on the side, and I was going to do the houses, but I ended up using this wreath. I thought the wreath looked really, really pretty. To make your transfers be successful on a round object, you fold back the backing on the transfer. After you get this part of the transfer adhered onto the jar, you can then release the other side of the transfer. It makes it a little bit more stable, and you don't have it moving around on you and causing some cracking. I've had that happen in the past, and I figured out that this method works very well for me. So I hope that you will try to do a transfer on a round object in this way. Make sure that after it's adhered, you burnish it to make sure there's no bubbles or loose edges at all. And you burnish it, it protects it onto the glass a little bit more. And isn't this just pretty? I love this wreath. It looks so hand painted. Now we're going to use the dark Sweet Pickens oil wax and put it all over this entire candlestick and let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after that, you can then wipe it back, and it wipes back and gives you a rich, beautiful looking antique ironstone color. I hope you like this project. It was very, very fun. For our next project, we're using the resin that dries clear. It does take 24 hours. Mix equal parts of component A and B together, and then I poured it into the new release, the snow globe mold. This would also look really good in the cloche mold. And this is my rice paper, A Child is Born, and I cannot believe how stunning this looks behind that globe. So I traced it all out, and then I cut out that circle and made sure that it fit on the back side of that globe. You only have to make sure that it fits on the top. The bottom we're going to paint, so that doesn't really matter to trace around that. And so I just cut around the globe size, and then we're going to adhere this onto the globe. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And it dries very, very clear, and so does the heavy gel matte medium and the DIY liquid patina. We are using these two together again just to make sure that that paper sticks onto this globe and does not come off. Now you want to make sure, this is the unusual part, is you want to make sure that the paper is face down. So we're going to get, and you can see that it's very, very cloudy, but that will dry very clear. Face down onto the snow globe. This is the reversed decoupage method. And then we're going to make sure that it's adhered really, really well. And we're going to let that dry. I made a couple molds, and when I made this one, I made these small trees, and while I took them out of the mold, they were a little soft. So I taped them onto the face of the globe just to give them that rounded shape that they would dry with instead of being flat. And we're going to use this snowy tree. This is one of my other rice papers, and we're going to put that in the background with those white trees on the front. This resin has a little glitter in it to make it like appear like it's got that snow globey like look to it. Now, these snow globes are all finished except for these trees. They're painted white. They dried. I am going to use a little black dress DIY and some water and give them like a wet wash to them to give the details something to stand out. So the footage that I did lose is using this triple thick on the snow globe. It makes them a little bit shinier like glass, and so I decided to put it on these trees as well and then sprinkle them with a little glitter.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday.
For a fast and easy project, I have this candle from last year, and it was not completely gone, but I wanted a new look. Those houses, I do like the Partridge Lane houses, but these houses did not have my fancy this year. So see, the candle is half gone. We're going to use some of the leftover transfers that I have in here from Santa's Hollow, and they have quite a few of the vine ones where that would work on these jars. And so we're going to use this one here, and we're just going to transfer that transfer onto this jar, and it's going to be completely set. This is a thinner transfer, so I did not use my method of holding the backing on. I just went ahead and transferred it on using the stick. Now, I did get this amazing candle warmer from Amazon. And guys, this one I am really enjoying. You do not have the flame to worry about. It just melts your candle and is really pretty sitting on your cupboard. I will put the link below.
The good times with you, baby. This year it's just gonna...
That's it for my videos this week, guys. I have a lot of videos coming up. A lot. I have a lot of due dates. Hopefully these thrifted items I showed you today, you're gonna see in future videos real soon, because I have work to do. Thank you for watching me. I hope that you enjoyed these easy Christmas flips and you make your own. If you need any of the products that you see me use here today, you can find them at thepaintedphotographer.com. And if you're local, you can go to Foreman's Farm Home in Medford, Wisconsin. Pick yourself up some DIY paint and have fun. It's the Christmas season. It is the craftiest time of the year. So get out there, make some crafts, make your homemade gifts this year. People appreciate them. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy painting.